Hey friends, it's Lori with Farmhouse Stencil Shop. I want to show you what I did with this candle holder from Dollar Tree, what I used it for actually. So I'm going to use this birdhouse, and this is also a Dollar Tree birdhouse. I'm going to give it a coat of black paint. I just made sure that I covered the entire thing in black, and then I dried it. Then I used some Waverly chalk paint in the plaster shade, and for this part, I just used a dry brushing technique to kind of give it a nice distressed look. After I got that covered the way that I like it, I used a Stampin' Up stamp, and I thought it was cute. I think it's like little clovers maybe, but they're really cute, and I just stamped that around on the house in different spots, and I did it on the sides as well. If you still have Stampin' Up stamps, they're really good for crafting still, so don't get rid of them. Then after that, I'm going to use the cinnamon technique, just cinnamon and Mod Podge, to rust up this candle holder. Now, I didn't have to paint it or anything because it was already black, and that's one of the things that I liked about that candle holder. So that for sure saved me that step. But what I was doing was just brushing on some Mod Podge, then cinnamon, and then adding more Mod Podge and cinnamon, kind of layering it on. And then I did the same on a couple of spots on the house just to give it a little bit of a rusty look. This is what this technique does. It works out pretty well. If you've never tried it before, just use some Mod Podge and sprinkle on cinnamon, and then you brush the Mod Podge right back over the cinnamon, and you just layer it until it gives you a nice little rusty look. Turns out pretty cool. I decided it would look neat on the birdhouse as well. This could be a metal birdhouse, right? So it puts a little bit of rust on the roof. And see how that looks? It just turns out grubby and rusty, and it looks really cool. So now the next thing that I'm doing is taking my dark sealing wax, and I am just grubbying up the house a little bit more. And then I glued down the house to the candle holder. Now I used the Gorilla Glue, and I used hot glue as well. Now I'm making a little tag. I'm using the Home Tweet Home. It is from my birdhouse set of stencils that I have, but of course Home Tweet Home wouldn't fit on my tag, but Tweet will, and I thought that that was cute. So I just am using my sealing wax on that as well. And then I used the Distress ink in the color Black Soot to go around the tag, and then I just glued that on, and I put a button in the middle, and then I added some greenery, and then off camera I also put sisal inside the birdhouse to just make it look like there's little bird nests inside there. And that's it. That's all that I did. I really like how it turned out. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for watching.